Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next game in the 2019 Washington Nationals season replay. This is game number 33 and the final game of the three-game series here in Philadelphia. And we're at Citizens Bank Park. Starting pitchers for today's game: Zach Eflin on the mound for the Phillies, and Anibal Sanchez on the mound for the Nationals. Let's look at how the league is looking, or the National League East is looking, I should say, in the standings. And we'll bring in our book. Standings right now: Washington 21-11. They still maintain a game-and-a-half lead over the Mets because the Mets lost their last game. The Mets are now 20-13. Philadelphia, by beating the Nationals yesterday, pulled within 4 games. They're 17-15. Atlanta creeping up 15-18. They're getting better. They were way down there at one point. And then Miami bringing up the rear, 11-21. One roster move: Matt Adams goes on the injured list, and Jake Knoll has been called up to take his place. After this game is over, they will be moving on. The Nationals will be moving on to Miller Park to take on the Brewers in a series. But that will be in the next game, which is on May the 6th. This is Cinco de Mayo in the replay, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I believe it's a Sunday afternoon game, if I'm not mistaken. And let's look at our starting lineups for both teams. Let's see, I might need to raise this up just a hair to make everything fit a little bit better, or I might just leave it as is. You know what, I'm going to leave it as is, and I'll adjust it once the game gets going. All right. Let's split it half and half, and we'll start with the lineup for the Nationals, and it will be Victor Robles leading off in center, Wilmer Defoe at third, Adam Eaton in right, Suzuki catching, Dozier at second, Stevenson at left field, Keyboom at short, Jake Knoll at first, and Sanchez on the mound. Defensively for the Phillies, McCutchen is in left, Herrera is in center, Harper in right, Franco at third, Segura at short, Hernandez at second, Hoskins at first, and Andrew Knapp getting the catching duties here on the Sunday afternoon game, day game after night game, giving Realmuto the day off. All right, now let's see here. I think I am going to have to bring this back just a hair so we can make everything fit. I may raise it up just a touch as well. Okay. Hopefully that now captures everything. Bring this down a little bit further. Like I said, you would think after many games I've played I'd have this all down pat, but my little stand here sometimes doesn't want to cooperate where I put it. So, okay, now I think we're okay. Let's look at the starting pitcher for today's game, Zach Eflin. He has a record of 1-2 with a 4.68 ERA on the replay, 32 2/3 innings, 34 hits, 20 runs, 17 earned, 7 walks, and 24 strikeouts. All right. You know what? I'm going to put this over here, I think. Let's do it this way. And I'm going to use what the History Maker Baseball says. We're going to put the home pitcher right here, Zach Eflin, in that block. And we'll have the visiting batters. Visiting batters will be right below that. See how that plays. Okay, I think we're all set. Dice tray is in place. Dice are in place. Looking through here, make sure we're focused. Looks like we are. All right, so I think we are all ready to go here on this Sunday afternoon in Philadelphia. Last game of the 3-game series. It's getaway day, and the Nationals will be jumping a charter to Milwaukee after the game is over. So right now, it is Victor Robles standing in. He's hitting 191, 2 homers and 12 driven in against the right-hander Zach Eflin. Hit a 3.6, and that's a walk plus versus a lefty, but Robles is a righty. So Robles will swing 2-6, star 1. He's going to ground it to short. Segura over to Hoskins, 1 away. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Wilmer Defoe. He's hitting 244, 2 homers and 10 driven in. 3-3, and Defoe is a switch hitter. So right here, 3-3, switch everybody left. It's a straight up home run chance. He's got a home run of 3, that's an 11, so no home run. He only hit 2 all year, and he's hit 2 so far, so he's not scheduled to hit any more home runs, hopefully. Maybe one more, but not too many. We don't get overboard there. Defoe does get to swing, though. 3-3 is a star 3, which is a ground ball to third. 2 down. It's going to bring up Adam Eaton. He's usually in the leadoff spot, but in this game, they've put him in the number 3 hole. He is hitting .295, 5 homers, 25 driven in. 1-6, that's a walk plus, and he walks at an 11. Stadium adds 1, gives him a 12. The plus is a 22, so that 16 fits. And Eaton draws the 2-out walk. He does have an attempt of 2, and for Eflin, he has no change on that. Nothing's going on, so Eaton will stand pat. And Kurt Suzuki, the catcher, you know you're in trouble when Kurt Suzuki is your cleanup hitter. You know you just got a rough lineup going. All right, .260, 3 homers, 7 driven in. 5-3, and that's going to be a strikeout chance. That's a 15, too high for that. Suzuki will swing 4-5, and he will single to left field. So talk bad about him, and he gets a base hit. Now to get from first to third on a single to left, you lose 2 on the base running rating. Eaton is a 5. You lose 2, make him a 3. There are 2 outs, makes him a 4. McCutcheon's a 0. So 1-4, and Eaton will make it to third base. And he does. So Eaton's at third base on that single by Suzuki. Puts runners at the corner. Suzuki has no attempt to run, so nothing going on there. We'll do the strategy roll because Eflin does have a pickoff chance. But nothing's happening. So here's Dozier, Eflin to Dozier. 4-1. Star line against a lefty, but Dozier's a righty, so it's a blank. Dozier gets to swing 4-2, but he flies to left. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Washington nothing, and Philadelphia coming to bat. Let's look at the pitching line on the replay for Anibal Sanchez. He is 3-1 with a 2.08 ERA, 34 2/3 innings, 28 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned, 15 walks, and 22 strikeouts. All right, lower this a little bit so you can see the line score. Okay, so Anibal Sanchez comes out here in the bottom of the first, and first one he'll be facing is Andrew McCutcheon. McCutcheon's hitting .328. 11 homers and 24 driven in. Sanchez a 3-5 is it's a ball. It's a wild pitch, so it's just a ball. Try again. 2-6. Strikeout chance, but 17's too much. McCutcheon does get the swing. 6-4 is going to ground it to short. Keyboom puts it away, 1 down. That'll bring up Segura hitting .361, 3 homers and 10 driven in. Sanchez 5-4. It's a possible hit by pitch. He's a 9. Minus the 4 is a 5, but that's a 1. So Segura gets plunked. Segura gets hit by the pitch. And now his attempt is a 2 plus 1 from Sanchez is a 3, but nothing's going on. So Segura will hold tight. Here's Bryce Harper, .303 average, 8 homers, 27 driven in. Infield halfway. Sanchez, 2-4. That's a range play, so if it's to the infielders, they lose 1 on their range for being at half depth. I'll say it right. Here's Harper, 5-1, star 1. That's a fly to left, so the infielders aren't involved. It's just the range of Stevenson, the left fielder, is a 2. 1-2 to get it. Anything else is going to drop in. And he gets it, so Stevenson hustles to get it. Big play. Right there, at worst, the Phillies probably would have had runners on the corners. Could have been second and third, or they could have even scored a run if that had fallen in. But Stevenson able to get to it. Brings up Rhys Hoskins, .184 average, 6 homers, 22 driven in. Roll for the strategy roll on Sanchez. Nothing happening. Sanchez to Hoskins, 4-5, possible error on a throw. Hoskins 1-6, star 1 is a fly to left again, so no worries there. That will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We played one here at Citizens Bank Park, and we've got no score here on Cinco de Mayo. So pull out your tamales and your tacos or whatever it is. Favorite libation that you use to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Get your sombrero on, whatever it is you want to do, as the Phillies and the Nationals try to entertain on the Cinco de Mayo day. Here's Andrew Stevenson, 125, no homers or runs driven in. 5-4, and that's a strikeout chance. 15, too much. Go to Stevenson, he gets the swing. 1-2, and he's going to single. Single to second base, so Andrew Stevenson gets aboard. He's got an attempt of 1, and nothing's happening. Could do a hit and run, but I think Keyboom strikes out too much, so we're not going to do a hit and run. Keyboom, 231, no homers, and 1 driven in. 2-2, home run question mark for Eflin. 1-12, but that fails. That's a 19, so Keyboom does not get a chance to hit a homer, but he will get a chance to swing away. 2-1 on Keyboom. He's going to single to right field. So back-to-back singles by the Nationals. Single to right, go from first to third. You add 2 to the base running rating. Stevenson runs at a 3, becomes a 5. And Harper's a -1, makes him a 4. So 1-4, and he will make it. 6, he's out, trying to get to third. Wow. Bryce Harper with a rifle sends a laser to Franco, and they throw out Stevenson trying to get to third base. So Cardinal sin making the first out at third base, but that's what happened. Try to play aggressive, and it's backfired on him. So Keyboom is at first. He's got no attempt rating. And that'll bring up Jake Knoll, who is a limited player. So he has one of those PDF versions I had to cut out. And this is before I learned how to cut it to size. I was cutting it too small. So Knoll is up. We'll roll strategy roll for a pickoff. And nothing's happening. So that'll bring up Jake Knoll. Eflin to Knoll, 3-2. Strikeout chance, 18 too much though. So Knoll does get to swing. 6-2, he flies to right for out number 2. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Anibal Sanchez. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Eflin to Sanchez, 2-1's a strikeout, and he got him. So Bryce Harper with that laser throw to third base kind of put the kibosh on any thoughts the Nationals had of scoring a run. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the second here at Citizens Bank Park. Still no score. And Odubel Herrera will lead off for the Phillies. Recently back off of injury. So Odubel Herrera, the center fielder, will lead things off. He's struggling early on, 167. No homers and 4 driven in. Sanchez, 4-3 is an automatic out. See what the out is. It's a ground ball to short. 1 down. Herrera is gone. Here's Cesar Hernandez, 267. 2 homers, 19 driven in. 1-5, strikeout chance. 6 will get him. Out number 2. Brings up the catcher, Andrew Knapp, in limited duty. 261 average, no homers, and 5 driven in. With Realmuto catching most of the games, Knapp doesn't get too many opportunities. 4-1 strikeout chance. 15's too high for that, so he gets to swing. 3-3, and he's going to take advantage of it with a single to left field. 2-out single by Knapp. He has no attempt, so he will not try anything. We'll roll strategy because there's a lot of stuff on Sanchez's card that could happen, but there's no 20 to worry about it. Here's Maikel Franco, 257 average, but he does have 11 homers and 18 driven in. Dangerous 8th hole hitter. 4-1's a strikeout chance, but this time he's not dangerous. He strikes out. That's going to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We play 2 at Citizens Bank Park, and we've got no score. And for the Nationals, it'll be the top of the order, Victor Robles. He will start things off here against Zach Eflin. Robles grounded to short his first trip. Been struggling, but he was around 100. He's up close to 200 now, so he's definitely gotten better. 2-4, strikeout chance. Too high for that, so Robles does get to swing. 4-1, star line 6. It's going to be a fly to right, and Bryce Harper is right there. 1 down. Here's Wilmer Defoe. 1-3, strikeout chance, and he got him. 2 down, and for Zach Eflin, that is strikeout number 2. Here's Adam Eaton. 3-3, and that's a straight-up home run chance against the left-hander. Eaton's a 6, that's a 4, it's gone. Adam Eaton, a solo shot, and the Nationals are on the board, taking a 1-0 lead on the Adam Eaton home run. That's his 6th home run of the season, and 26th run batted in. Unfortunately for the Nationals, it's a solo shot, but hey, take runs when you can get them. And here's Suzuki. 5-3. That's a home run chance against a lefty, but against a righty, that is a blank. Go to Suzuki. 5-6. Question mark 7. Against a right-hander, it has to be a 1 or a 2. That's a 12, so it's just going to be a deep fly to left field to end the inning. A run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Here at Citizens Bank Park, Nationals lead it 1-0 thanks to the home run from Adam Eaton. And actually now Zach Eflin will be the leadoff hitter as we're at the number 9 spot in the order. And then we'll flip it over to McCutchen and Segura. Eflin, your typical pitcher. Not very good hitter, 160. Although actually for a pitcher, that's not all that bad. Just he has no power, obviously. Sanchez, 1-5 strikeout chance, and that's not going to help his cause. He's out of there. That'll bring up McCutchen. 5-3 is a blank. We go to McCutchen's card. 1-1, split chance against a right-hander. That's a ground out to 3rd. Would have singled against the lefty, but not against the righty. So 2 down for Segura. 5-5, and that's a potential error. 2-2, it's a double to right field. Eaton's an error rating of 4. That's a 14, so there's no error, but it will be a double. And Segura continues his hot hitting. A 1-out double. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Nothing on the strategy roll. Sanchez to Harper. 2-4, that's a range play. Infield is at normal depth. Harper 5-2, but it is a fly to right. So we're checking the range of Eaton. He is a 3. 3 or less to get to this. And Eaton cannot do it. So let's see if it's a double. It is not. It's a single to right field for Harper. But the way Segura runs, it may be enough to score him, although Eaton is a -2 arm. Segura is a 4. To score from second on a single to right, you add 1, gives him a 5, but Eaton's a -2, makes him a 3. 1-3, he will score. And he does. So Segura comes in, and we got a tie game just that quickly, 1-1 on the RBI single by Harper. So Harper's really an impact. He threw out a base runner the previous inning, and now he gets an RBI single this inning. Plus, he's got an attempt of 3. Try to steal, but he cannot. So Harper stays pat at first base with 1 out. That brings up Rhys Hoskins. Infield is halfway. Sanchez 3-6 range play, so the infielders will lose 1 on their range. Hoskins 1-4, star 5, ground ball to short. Keyboom's a 2. He turns it into a 1, so most likely will be a single. And it is, definitely. That's 6. And to get to 3rd, you have to have a 5, and Harper does not have that. Harper runs at a 2. So base hit for Hoskins, but Harper stops at 2nd. So runners are at 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Roll the strat roll. Nothing happening. And here is Herrera. 5-1 strikeout chance. He got him, and he needed it. That's out number 2. Now the infield can go back to normal depth for Cesar Hernandez. Roll for the strat. Nothing happening. 6-4, strikeout chance, 12 too high. Hernandez gets the swing. 4-6, and he's going to take advantage of it. A single to right field. Harper runs at a 2, he becomes a 3 because there's 2 outs. But the single went to right field, which means Eaton's a -2, drops him to a 1. And the score from second, you add 1, that's a 2. So 1-2, and he will score. 3, 4, 5, he's got a hold. 6, somebody's out. 4, he's got a hold, so he cannot score. It's just going to load the bases. As Harper got a bad jump, could not score, and plus Eaton having that really good arm. So now the bases are loaded with 2 down for Andrew Knapp. Roll for the strategy again, nothing happening. So Andrew Knapp, 2 outs, bases loaded. 4-3, that's an automatic out for Sanchez, so he will get out of the inning. And it's going to be a fly to center to end it. So the Phillies get a run on 4 hits, but they leave them loaded, which could come back to bite them. But at the end of 3, we are tied at a run apiece here at Citizens Bank Park on this Cinco de Mayo getaway day. The Brew Crew are already at home waiting for the Nationals to get there. That'll be the next game in the replay. And it'll be Julio Chacin against Max Scherzer. That'll be the pitching matchup in that next game. First game of the Milwaukee series will be that matchup. All right, Eflin facing Dozier. Start the 4th. 2-1, strikeout chance, 16 too high. Dozier gets the swing. 3-1, star 4, fly to left. 1 down. And that will send us to Andrew Stevenson. 5-6, strikeout chance, and he got him. Out number 2. Takes us to Carter Kieboom. 6-5, that's a ballpark check, so we're going to Citizens Bank Park. 5-5, that's a home run to center field. Home run to center field. That's a 2, Kieboom's a 12, it's gone. Carter Kieboom, a home run. First of the year for Kieboom. But he did it, home run. It was off the Citizens Bank chart. And he has a home run rating of 12, and that was a 2 on the D20. So Kieboom homers to give the Nationals a 2-1 lead. There's Jake Knoll, 5-5. Home run versus a lefty, but righty is a blank. Go to Knoll. 1-6, he's going to double. How about that? Jake Knoll on that 1-6 slot has a double to center field. So a 2-out double for Jake Knoll. If nothing else, it allows Sanchez to bat this inning. Clears him out of the way. He's not leading off the next inning. Roll for pickoff. Nothing happening. Eflin to Sanchez. 3-6. Walk plus, but that's versus a lefty. Righty's a blank, so Sanchez gets the swing. 2-2. He's going to ground to short, and that's the end of the inning. But the Nationals get the run on the Carter Kieboom homer. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Both Nationals' runs have come on solo homers. So a little bit of a power surge for the Nationals in this game. They lead it 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And it'll be Maikel Franco to start things off for the Phillies. As Sanchez now has been given a 2-1 lead to hold, if he can. Franco comes into the game hitting .257. I'm sorry, I've already done their averages. Never mind. Here's Franco, 5-4 on Sanchez. That's a hit by pitch. He's a 0. Sanchez -4, so no hit by pitch. Franco, 6-6, is going to single to left field. So a single for Franco. He has no attempt, but it does allow Eflin to look to bunt. First we'll roll the strategy roll. Nothing going on. So Eflin's going to bunt. We get a 3-3. It's a strikeout chance. When you bunt, you put this in half, makes him a 12. So that's too high. He's not going to strike out. He will get to bunt. He's a 3, but they're playing the corners in, so he turns into a 2. And that's a 10. 2 and a 10 is a good bunt. And the 6 means it went to the catcher. So in this case, Suzuki pounces out in front of it, throws to the second baseman Dozier covering at first base. 2-4 on the sacrifice hit. Franco goes to second base. So he is in scoring position with 1 out for Andrew McCutchen. Nothing on the strategy roll. Sanchez 1-3, strikeout chance, but 18's too much. 2-6, single to past third base by McCutchen. But to score on that, to score on an S5, you have to have a 5 on your base running rating. Franco only runs at a 1, so he has to stop at third base. So runners are at the corners with 1 out. Strategy roll, nothing happening. And Segura, the batter, and he's been red hot. Let's see how they want to play this. They're going to play it, and they'll play halfway. 5-4, and that is a double, I'm sorry, no, that is a hit by pitch chance, 5-4. 9 minus the 4, so no hit by pitch, so Segura gets to swing. 4-4. He's going to ground it to second. Could be a double play, although he doesn't double hit into too many of them. He's a 1. Their halfway makes him a 2, but Sanchez is a -1, makes him a 1. Pivot is 0. So this has to be a 1 in order for it to be a double play. It is not. So the run's going to score to tie the game. And let's check on McCutchen. The white die was a 3, or that roll was a 3, I should say. McCutchen only runs at a 1, according to this, so it is good enough to get the fielder's choice. And so, let's see, I'm trying to remember where the ball went now. Ground ball went to, boy, I should remember that. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on where the ground ball went. On Segura's card. I forgot already. I think it went to second, so it would be a 4-6 fielder's choice. I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. But it is an RBI ground out for Segura. Ties the game at 2 apiece. And Segura has an attempt of 3. Nothing happening. So Segura will stand pat, but we are tied at 2. Here's Bryce Harper. 1-4. Strikeout plus, but that's against a righty. Harper's a lefty. It's a blank. So to Harper, 2-2. Fly to left. That's going to end the inning. But we are tied at 2 apiece as the Phillies get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. So we go to the top of the 5th, tied at 2. Nip and tuck. Both pitchers kind of matching each other, whether they give up a run or don't give up a run. Eflin can face 24 batters. Right now he's faced 18, so he's all right. Here's Robles to lead it off. Robles 0 for 2. 5-3, strikeout chance, and he's gone. Robles is out of there. 1 down for Defoe. He's 0 for 2. 6-2. It's not tired, so no single. Defoe, 2-3 is a question mark 9. 1 to 11 is a hit. That's a 2. It's a base hit to right field for Wilmer Defoe. He's aboard. His attempt is a 1. And nothing happened. It's a 19. We're not bunting with Eaton. Eaton swinging away. So Eflin to Eaton, 5-4. Strikeout chance, but 14 is too high, so Eaton gets to swing. 4-1, that's a question mark 9 against a right-hander. 1 to 11 is a hit, but that's a 14. So it's just going to be a fly out to Bryce Harper. So 2 down, leaves it up to Kurt Suzuki. Strategy roll, nothing happening. 4-5, strikeout chance. Suzuki, too high for him. He gets the swing. 2-6, and he's going to do a star line 5, fly to center. Herrera puts it away, ends the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-2 here at Citizens Bank Park. We're in the 5th on Cinco de Mayo. Rhys Hoskins, the batter. leads things off. He is 1 for 2. Had a big, actually not big, he had a single his last time up. Was not, Harper had the RBI single, not Hoskins. 6-2, strikeout chance against the lefty, but that's a righty, so no strikeout. It's a blank. Go to Hoskins. 4-5, ground ball to short. Keyboom makes the play. 1 down for Odubel Herrera. He's 0 for 2. 3-2, that's a blank. We go to Herrera. 1-5, he's going to double to center field. Odubel Herrera likes that column 1 on his card. He's got 2 doubles and a single in that column, so he loves that. Odubel Herrera with a 1-out double brings up Cesar Hernandez. Roll for Strat, nothing happening. Sanchez to Hernandez, 6-4. That's a range play at Citizens Bank Park. 1-1, that's a home run to the pull side. He's a home run of a 6, but that's a 12. That's out of range. He's batting left-handed as a switch hitter. Batting left-handed, so the pull side is the right fielder, Eaton. 1-3 on this range play. Eaton needs a 3 or less to field it. If not, it will be default to a double. And it's a double. So back-to-back doubles by Herrera and Hernandez have given the Phillies a 3-2 lead. 3-2 lead. Back-to-back doubles. Sanchez in trouble. Nothing on the Strat. So that's going to bring up Andrew Knapp. 4-4. That's a double question mark. Knapp's a switch hitter batting left, so 1-2 is a star line, but that's a 15. So nothing there. Knapp gets the swing. 6-1, he flies to left. That's 2 down. And now, do you pitch to Franco or do you walk him and pitch to Eflin? I think with first base open, you have to walk Franco. I don't think there's any choice in that. Sanchez is tired because he can only face 24 batters. He's already faced 26 now. Actually faced 25 and then walked to 26. This is batter 27. He's tired, but they're going to see if he can get through the inning against the pitcher. 5-6, that's a possible error on a ground ball. Go to Eflin. 6-2, it's a question mark 7, and he's going to get a base hit to left field. How about that? Zach Eflin base hit to left field. That will bring home at least 1, maybe a second. No, it can't bring home a second. Well, it might not bring home 1. Let's see. I thought the bases were loaded at first. It's second and first. Single to left, you add 1 to your base running rating. So Hernandez, who runs at a 2, is now a 3. There are 2 outs. That makes him a 4. So 1-4, he will score. 5, he's got to hold at third. 6, somebody's out. It's a 2, so he will score. Hernandez does score on the base hit by the pitcher Eflin. Franco stops at third. It is now 4-2 ball game, favor the Phillies. And now, do you have Sanchez pitch to McCutchen? He's already tired. Or do you go to your bullpen? See how they want to play it. Pitcher spot is nowhere near. No, actually, I take it back. Pitcher hits 5th. So that's really not going to be a concern. They will go to the bullpen. I think Sanchez is done. Couldn't get the pitcher out. That's kind of the telltale sign that he needs to go. So Sanchez is out of there. He's in danger of dropping to 3-2 on the season now with this potential loss. And we'll see who they're going to go to out of the bullpen. Obviously, you would think could be a right-hander. So they're going to go to Justin Miller to try to get through this. So Justin Miller is going to come on, do the totals on Sanchez after the inning is over. So here's McCutchen with runners at first and second and 2 outs. No Strat roll because Miller doesn't have anything going for him. 2-6, double question mark against a right-hander. 1-6 is an automatic out, but that's an 11. It fails. McCutchen gets the swing. 4-5, and he singles to center field. So McCutchen gets the base hit. Let's see about Franco. Can he score from second base? He runs at a 1. There are 2 outs, makes him a 2. Score on a single to second. You add 2, gives him a 4. Robles is a -1. So a 1-3. and he will score. 4-5, he has to hold. 6, somebody's out. That's a 5. He's got to hold, so he cannot score. Franco stops at third base. Now the bases are loaded with 2 down for the hottest hitter on the team, Segura. Phillies threatening to blow this thing wide open. So Miller has to bear down best he can. Pitch to Segura. 3-6, possible error on a throw. Segura, 6-3. Split chance. It's a fly to center field. Against a lefty, he would have doubled, but against a righty, he flies to center. There is no throw, obviously, as that's the 3rd out, and the inning's over. So Phillies get 2. I guess it could have been worse, but they get 2 on 4 hits, and they leave the bases loaded again. They've left a lot of guys on. Don't know if that'll come back to bite them later on or not, but right now they hold a 4-2 lead, and we'll close the book on Sanchez. He gives up 4 runs. They were all earned in 4 2/3 innings. And he gave up, let's see here, 10 hits. So he got knocked around quite a bit. He hit a batter. He hit Segura. See if he had an intentional walk here. That was his only walk, was the intentional walk. So at least he had good control. Maybe too good a control. Strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4. All right. So unofficially, for Sanchez, 4 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs. They were earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And we go to the 6th now. Eflin now will have a 4-2 lead to work with. Eflin can face 24 batters. Right now he has faced 22, so he's on the verge of needing to be replaced, but they may try to get him through this inning. We'll see. Going to start off facing Dozier, second baseman. Dozier has flown to left twice. 6-4, possible error. 6-2, pops to second. Second baseman Hernandez is only a 5. That's an 11, so there will be no error. He will field that one, no problems. Here's Stevenson. 1-5, hit by pitch. He's got a 19 for a hit by the pitch, so he is going to get plunked. And now both teams have hit a batter, so I don't know if that was retaliation for the first one or if that pitch just got away from him. We'll check the fatigue now. He has faced 24 batters, so he is now fatigued. He's going to face Carter Kieboom as a fatigued pitcher. Roll for the strat. Nothing happening. Infield halfway. 3-3. Walk chance against a right-hander. Kieboom walks at an 8, +1's a 9. That's a 7, so Kieboom will walk. And now Eflin may be in trouble. Bring up Jake Knoll. Not Jake from Stakes Farm, but Jake Knoll. And Jake Knoll found that 1-6 last time and doubled, so even though his average is only 167, it's not guaranteed. Bullpen is just about ready for the Phillies, because the pinch hitter coming up for Sanchez, so they'll probably bring in a new pitcher to face the pinch hitter. Here's Eflin, 6-5. Ballpark, we're going to Citizens Bank Park. That's a 6-2, star 2. That is a ground ball to second. Could be a double play, although he's a 0 and he's a 0, but the R halfway makes him a 1. Pivot at short is a 0, so this has to be a 1 for it to be a double play. Anything else, runners advance. That's a 5. So let's see here. Kieboom is probably a fielder's choice. Yep, fielder's choice. So it's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. And Stevenson will go to third. So now runners are at the corners with 2 down. And now we'll get the pinch hitter, and it's going to be Howie Kendrick. So Howie Kendrick pinch hitting in a big spot. Howie Kendrick pinch hitting in a big spot, and he will not face Eflin. Eflin will leave. And let's see, it's going to be Pat Neshek. So Pat Neshek is your new pitcher for the Phillies. He will be coming on. Do the totals on Eflin after the inning is over. So Miller is out of there as he's being pinch hit for by Kendrick. And Eflin has now left the game, replaced by Pat Neshek. Neshek on the season was 0-1 with an ERA of 5, and he did have 3 saves, but he's just trying to get out of the inning right now. And he's facing Howie Kendrick, the pinch hitter, with runners on the corners and 2 down. No strat roll for Neshek, as I don't think Noel has any possibilities of stealing. He does not. No attempts. So here we go. Neshek to Kendrick. 5-3. That is a home run question mark. That passes automatically. So Kendrick, a 1-11 for a 3-run homer that would give the Nationals the lead. A 1-11 is a 3-run homer. It's gone. Howie Kendrick, a pinch hit 3-run homer off Pat Neshek. And the Nationals have just grabbed a 5-4 lead. How do you like that? One swing of the bat, the pinch hitter, Howie Kendrick, comes through in a big way. Now we can close the book on Eflin. He went 5 2/3. All the runs are charged to him except for the one that was just giving up that home run. But otherwise, he gave up 4 runs, all earned. Let's see how many hits he gave up. Gave up 6 hits. He hit a batter. He walked 2. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. Struck out 4. So now Neshek gets introduced to the ball game very abruptly with that pinch hit home run by Kendrick, and all of a sudden the Nationals have the lead. Here's Robles. Neshek, 3-1 strikeout chance. He got him, so that's what they wanted last time, but it didn't work. Inning's over. But for the Nationals, 3 runs on just the 1 hit. They had a walk and a hit by pitch that set things up. No errors and nobody left. And that's going to be all for Neshek. He's going to go a third of an inning, give up the home run, the 1 run, and he got a strikeout. And now we need a new pitcher for the Nationals as they pinch hit for Justin Miller. Miller closed the book on him. He went a third of an inning, gave up a hit, nothing else. But right now he is the pitcher of record, unless the Phillies can tie the game up or take the lead. So we need a new pitcher for the Nationals. And coming up for the Phillies, it'll be Harper, Hoskins, and Herrera. A couple of lefties. So they're going to go to lefty out of the bullpen. They're going to go to Matt Grace. Matt Grace, the lefty, will be on for the Nationals. Matt Grace. And he'll be facing Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, and Odubel Herrera. To start, the bottom of the 6th is now 5-4 Nationals. Grace to Harper, 2-3. That's going to the ballpark car, so we're going to Citizens Bank Park. 1-3, that's a single plus to center field. So we know Harper's going to single. Can he make it into a double? His base run rate's a 2. Robles is a -1, so this has to be a 1 to make it. 2 through 5 he holds, 6 he's out. It's a 1, so he makes it for a double. How about that? Harper really hustling doubles to lead off the bottom of the 6th, and here come the Phillies. Roll for strategy on Grace. Nothing happening. Here's Hoskins. 5-3. Strikeout chance, and he is out of there. So a big strikeout there for Grace to get Hoskins. And here's Herrera, lefty on lefty. Nothing on the strat. Grace, 6-3. Strikeout. I'm sorry, no, it's a blank versus a lefty. I was looking at 6-4. 6-3 is a walk plus to a righty. Blank versus a lefty. So Herrera gets the swing. 4-2, double question mark. That's a 9. And unfortunately, he's not a split card because he didn't have enough at-bats apparently against lefties to make a difference. So he's going to get a generic card. So it's a 9. It's going to be a double. Don't know if that would be really accurate against a lefty, but that's the way we got to play it. So Herrera, a second double in a row. That will bring home Bryce Harper, and we're tied at 5, so just that quickly. Zach Eflin is now off the hook, and Justin Miller no longer is in the running for the decision either. We are tied at 5. Matt Grace now is the pitcher of record, along with Mr. Neshek, or Neshek. All right, so runner at second, 1 down. Here's Cesar Hernandez. Nothing on the strat roll, I don't think. Let's check Herrera. His attempt is a 3. He could try to steal with, no, because it's a -1 would be a 2, and then you cut it in half, it's a 1, so I don't think they want to try to steal on that. All right, so here is Cesar Hernandez. Grace to Hernandez, 2-6. Switch hitter batting right-handed, so the right-hander is a blank. Hernandez does get the swing. 6-1, star 4. Grounder to short. And we'll see if the runner can get to third. Let's see, Herrera runs at a 2, so this has to be a 1 for him to make it to third base. It is not, so he will hold. So 2 down, runner at second. And that brings up the catcher, Andrew Knapp. Grace to Knapp. And Grace is now tired because this is his 5th batter. And look, wouldn't you know it? He's tired, and he hit the single right there. Wouldn't you know it? As soon as he gets fatigued, you hit that fatigue number. It's a base hit that will give the Phillies the 6-5 lead. And now he's got to come out on an exhaustion rating. So he's going to come out. Matt Grace going to come out. He can only go 2/3 of an inning. And they're going to bring in Kyle Barraclough to try to finish out the inning, at least. Knapp is on. He has no attempt rating. So here is the strategy roll. Let's check for a balk. Nothing happening. Franco. Barraclough to Franco. 6-4. That's a wild pitch possibility. 17 is too high, so it's just a ball. So now Barraclough still pitching. 3-6 double question mark. 1-11 is a single, but that's out of range. 17, but Franco does get to swing. 6-1, he flies to center to end the inning. So Barraclough is on. Grace is going to end up giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 1, but he now is potentially could be the loser, and Neshek could actually be the winner, even though he gave up that 3-run homer. Because the Phillies scored more runs, they now lead at 6-5 with him as the pitcher of record. And speaking of pitchers, we need a new pitcher for the Phillies to come in and pitch in the top of the 7th. Let's see who they're going to go to here. It'll be Defoe, Eaton, and Suzuki. So let's see who they want to go to. They're going to go to left-hander Jose Alvarez. Jose Alvarez, the lefty, is on. So he will be on. And he'll be facing Wilmer Defoe, a switch hitter, to start the inning. So Alvarez is on. Facing Defoe, top of the 7th, 6-5 lead by the Phillies in a back-and-forth game. Alvarez, 1-6. Defoe's a switch hitter batting right-handed, means that's a walk plus, but he only walks at a 7. +1's an 8. The plus is an 18, but that's a 20, so Defoe does not walk, but he does get to swing. Defoe, 5-5, is going to ground to second. 1 away. Now they got lefty on lefty against Adam Eaton. 1-5, strikeout chance, got him. So Alvarez doing very well. First 2 men are retired. Here's Suzuki. 4-4, strikeout plus again, but not going to be enough. 18's too much. Suzuki gets to swing, and a split chance against the lefty. He's going to single. So base hit for Suzuki. He has no attempt rating. He will stay put. This is the 4th batter to be faced by Alvarez, so last batter without being tired. Nothing on the strat roll. Here's Dozier. 6-4. Strikeout plus. Got him. That's going to end the inning. And that's going to do it for Alvarez. He goes 1 inning. Gives up a hit. Nothing else. Struck out 2. So a nice outing there for Mr. Alvarez, as he pitches a scoreless top of the 7th, leads us into the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. And I'm sure sorry about putting my little microphone cable in the way there. All right, a little lavalier mic or whatever they call that thing, lanyard, whatever they call that thing, the thing that clips to your shirt. I don't know the exact title of it. But now, let's see, Bear Claw, he only faced 1 batter, so he's going to come back out and pitch. But we need a pinch hitter because Alvarez is due to lead off this inning. So the pinch hitter, they've got 4 pinch hitters, and the only lefty off the bench is Nick Williams. That's who they're going to go to. He's the only lefty pinch hitter. So Nick Williams will pinch hit for the Phillies here in the 7th against Kyle Bearclaw. 3-6, double question mark, 1-11 against the lefties, a single. That's a 4. Nick Williams with the leadoff single. He has no attempt, so he won't go anywhere. We'll roll Strat for the potential balk. And it's a 20, so it's a chance for a balk on a 1-5. And Bearclaw balks. Unbelievable. Dave Martinez just shaking his head, saying, what else can happen here? Roll again for Strat. Nothing happening. So McCutchen is up. Bearclaw 3-1. Possible error on a ground ball. Go to McCutchen 3-3 star 4. It's a ground ball to short. And that will be an error. Key moves a 20. That's a 9. It's a 1-base error. And that's going to put runners at the corners with nobody out. And what else could go wrong for the Nationals? See, McCutchen has an attempt of 1, plus 1 from Bearclaw is a 2. And nothing happening. So here's Segura, and now the infield is going to have to come in. They're not going to have any choice. They got to cut that run off. Williams runs at a 3 at third base. He now becomes a 1. So they'll most likely will have to hold him even on a ground ball, as the Nationals may try to do a double play as well. Roll for a balk. Nothing happening. Infield is in. 2-6 is a walk plus. Let's see here. And it will be a walk. He's a 6 plus the 1's a 7. The walk plus is a 17. That's a 17. Bases are now loaded with nobody out. And Bearclaw now is going to have to come out of there. He is going to come out. And they will go to the left-hander Tony Sipp to face the left-hander Bryce Harper. They're going to play in matchups. Tony Sipp, the lefty, is on. Tony Sipp, Bearclaw, not a very good outing. Gave up a hit and a walk. Didn't get anybody out. And don't know about the runs. All 3 on base are his responsibility. Bryce Harper, the batter, singled and doubled. He's 2 for 4. Strat roll for Sipp. Nothing's happening. Infield again is in. 2-1 is a walk plus, and he will walk in a run. So you don't have to worry about the infield being in. That is a RBI walk issued to Bryce Harper. And the Phillies now lead it 7-5 with the bases still loaded and nobody out. And Rhys Hoskins, the batter. Roll for Strat. Nothing happening. 2-3 strikeout chance. 10 does not get him. Not against the lefty, it doesn't. Hoskins will swing 2-2 star 4. Ground ball to first. Remember, the infield is in. So Nick Williams runs at a 3, drops to a 1. I'm sorry, the lead man is now McCutchen. McCutchen runs at a 1, so he is going to automatically be out. There's no way in the world. I mean, because you lose 2, it makes him a -1, so that they're going to definitely get him out at the plate. The question is the double play. Hoskins is a double play rating of 3, and let's see. I guess technically the pivot is Suzuki, who's a +2. So that's not going to help the cause, because it's really a bad 2. It would reduce this down to a 1, I'm assuming. I don't know if you do the pivot, though, when it's a... I don't think you do the pivot when it's a catcher. I think you just leave that alone. So that's a 3. The infield in doesn't really change anything on the double play rating. It just changes the base running rating of the lead runner. So it is a 3. 1 to 3, they complete the double play. 4 or 5, then the lead runner is out, and it's just a force play. 6, unfortunately, everybody's safe, or all runners are safe. The batter is out. It's a 5, so they don't get the double play, but they do get the force play, and it's going to go 3 to 2 on the fielder's choice. Everybody else will be safe. The return throw not in time, as Hoskins beat the throw. That brings up Odubel Herrera. Base is still loaded, 1 out. And again, the infield is in. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Lefty on lefty, Sip to Herrera. 4-1, strikeout chance. 8, he got him. Herrera out on strikes for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Cesar Hernandez. He is a switch hitter, batting right-handed. Sip is now tired. He has faced 3 batters, and that's what his numbers show, is 3 batters. Do they take a chance and try to get him out of the inning? I guess you kind of have to. So roll the strat roll. Nothing happening. But the infield's back to normal now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Sip to Hernandez. 6-4. Strikeout chance. 16's too much. Hernandez does get to swing. 2-5. He's going to fly to right, and that ends the inning. So Tony Sip actually gets him out of a serious jam. As the Phillies only get 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and they left them loaded. And I forgot to do totals over here. Let's see, 2 runs on 3 hits, and 1 left. All right. So Bear Claw gives up the 1 run. Could have been worse. Better thank Tony Sip for getting him out of that. Sip a walk and a strikeout, nothing else. And he's done. But the Phillies get an extra run here in the 7th, and they take a 7-5 lead into the top of the 8th. And we will need a new pitcher for the Phillies. Let's see who they're going to go to. With the Nationals, they have Stevenson, a lefty, coming up, followed by Keyboom and Knoll, a couple of righties. So I think they're going to go to a right-hander out of the pen. Looks like it's going to be Sir Anthony Dominguez. Or is it going to be, yeah, Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming on. Sir Anthony Dominguez will be the new pitcher. And Sip, of course, is done. So Sir Anthony Dominguez is going to come on. On the 2019 season, he was 3-0 with a 4.01 ERA and no saves. And Andrew Stevenson, the batter, followed by Keyboom and Knoll. If anybody gets on, a pinch hitter, most likely would be Gomes, but we'll see. Sir Anthony, 5-2. That's a straight-up home run chance on the 5-2 result, but Stevenson's a 0, so no home runs possible. But he does get to swing. 5-6, he's going to triple instead to center field. Andrew Stevenson, a leadoff triple to center field. And just like that, here come the Nationals. Now, infield is going to play back with a 2-run lead. They want to get an out. No strat roll. Dominguez, 6-3, strikeout chance, 18, too much. Keyboom gets to swing. 4-1, ground ball to third, and that will score the run as they were playing back. And they're going to allow the run to score to get the automatic out. Stevenson runs at a 3, so it would have been a 50-50 proposition if they want to try to go home with that. So RBI ground out for Keyboom cuts the lead to 7-6 now. There's 1 out and the bases are now cleared. And here's Jake Knoll. Dominguez, 4-1's a walk plus, and he will walk Jake Knoll. And now Yan Gomes is going to lead. It's going to pinch hit here in this top of the 8th. Yan Gomes will be pinch hitting. He is pinch hitting for Tony Sipp. Dominguez can face 4 batters. This is batter number 4 right here, so he will be tired after this. No strat roll, because I don't think Noel has any attempt. He does not. All right, Dominguez to Gomes, 2-3. That's a strikeout chance. 9. Got him. Strikes out the pinch hitter Yan Gomes for out number 2. And now he's tired facing Robles, but they're going to see if he can get him through the inning. Oh, no strategy roll, my bad. Robles. Dominguez, 5-2. And that's a straight-up home run chance. He's an 8. That's a 10, so that fails. But Robles does get to swing, but boy, he just really played with fire there. Robles does get to swing. 5-3. He's going to ground to short, and the inning's over. Boy, it could have been disaster for Sir Anthony. As it was, Nationals get a run on a hit. No errors and a man left. That's it for Sir Anthony. He gives up 1 run on a hit, walk and a strikeout. And over here they had no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is now 7-6. Favor the Phillies. As the pitching is kind of not going too well for either team right now, to be quite honest. But we need a pitcher for the Nationals. And let's see who they want to use. They can use Suero and Ross from the right-hand side, or Jennings and Doolittle from the left-hand side. For the Phillies, it's Knapp, Franco, and a pinch hitter for the pitcher, Sir Anthony. So let's see. And Hector Neris is loosening the bullpen, their closer, to pitch the 9th. So let's see who they want to go to. Their only pinch hitters are right-handed, so you would think they'd go to a right-hander out of the bullpen. They're going to go to, well, they give Joe Ross another chance. In the last game, he faced 1 batter and gave up the game-winning homer to Rhys Hoskins, so they're going to give him a chance to redeem himself, Joe Ross. Because Suero pitched 2 innings yesterday, so he really needs the day off. But it will be Joe Ross pitching to Andrew Knapp. 2-6 range play. First play out of the gate is a range play. 4-4. Single to short. Range of Keyboom is a 2. He could stop this with a 1 or a 2. And he does. Keyboom gets to it. And that helps out Joe Ross. 1 away. Here's Maikel Franco. 3-5. And that's going to be a blank against a right-hander. Go to Franco. 4-6. Question mark 8. Up to an 11's a hit. That's a 10. That's a double for Maikel Franco. So Maikel Franco with a 1-out double. And that brings us to the pinch hitting side of things. And they're going to use JT Realmuto to try to get an insurance run. JT Realmuto. Pinch hit here in the 8th. And what a pinch hitter to have off your bench. 275 with 25 homers. That's quite a guy to have off the bench. Strat roll for Ross. Nothing happening. 2-2, and that's would be tired. He'd be a single if it was tired, but he's not tired. Go to Realmuto. 3-4, and it's a split chance, but against a right-hander, he flies to left. So 2 down as Realmuto is out of there. Big out to get there, but he's not out of the woods yet. You still got McCutchen. Strat roll, nothing happening. Ross, 5-5 strikeout chance. McCutchen not high enough. He will get to swing. 1-1, but against a right-hander, it's a ground ball to third. So 2 straight split results in a row that favor the Nationals and the right-handed pitcher. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 9th. Last chance for the Nationals. They'll have to do it against the closer, Hector Neris. As it's 7-6 Phillies. As the Phillies are looking to take 2 of 3 from the Nationals. And leading things off for the Nationals will be Wilmer Difo. It'll be Difo, Eaton, and Suzuki. to face the right-handed throwing Hector Neris, their closer, with 28 saves on the season. And he'll be facing Defoe, Wilmer Defoe. Leads things off, switch hitter Wilmer Defoe. Neris is on. Neris got the win with 1 inning yesterday, so he's looking to get a save this time around. Facing Wilmer Defoe. 6-2, ballpark. We're going to Citizens Bank Park. 2-2, that's a ground ball to third. One away. Usually you would think it would be beneficial for the offense to go to Citizens Bank, but because it is kind of loaded, but that result there on 2-2 didn't work. Here's Adam Eaton. 6-3, double question mark. It's a lefty, 1-19 is an automatic out. So Eaton is out of there. And it's going to be a ground ball to second, 2 down. So last chance is Kurt Suzuki for the Nationals, or this game is over. Hector Neris, 1-1. Home run question mark. Right-hander, 1-18. That passes. Suzuki is a 14. A 1-14, and we got a tie game. And a blown save for Neris, 15-20. Suzuki is not out, but he gets to swing again. But 1-14, we got a tie game. And it's gone. Kurt Suzuki, a home run with 2 outs in the top of the 9th to tie the game at 7 apiece. What, did you think there'd be a 1-2-3 inning in the Washington Nationals replay? I think not. And that is now a tie game as Suzuki hits the home run off of Neris. Now we're tied at 7. Here's Dozier. 1-1, home run question mark again. Again, a 1-18 passes. That's an 18. He's a 10. A 1-10. We got back-to-back jacks. It's gone. Dozier homers. How do you like that? Back-to-back jacks. And it is now 8-7 Nationals. Blown save for Neris. He is now fatigued, and he's going to come out of there. They're going to have to lift him and bring in the lefty Adam Morgan to face the lefty Andrew Stevenson. So Adam Morgan is on. Neris blew the save. He's going to go 2/3 of an inning, give up 2 runs on the 2 homers. After getting the first 2 outs relatively easily, it looked like it was business as usual, but that was not the case. So Adam Morgan is on now, and now Sean Doolittle is loosening the pen to come in the 9th for the Nationals, although he did blow the save yesterday. So again, bullpen woes for both teams. Here is Morgan to Stevenson. 5-3, that is a star line, so he does get the out there, and it will be a fly to right to end the inning. But the Nationals get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors and nobody left, as Morgan gets 1/3 of an inning. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Nationals now lead it 8-7. Now Joe Ross is still in the game. He was not lifted for any kind of pinch hitters or anything. So he could actually stay in the game, but I think your best bet is to go ahead and bring in Doolittle. So Segura is going to lead it off for the Phillies. It's the heart of the order: Segura, Harper, and Hoskins. And Doolittle will have to deal with all of them. But that's what he gets paid the big bucks for. He gets paid the big bucks to do what he's supposed to be doing, which is getting the saves. He's got 9 saves. He's trying for save number 10. Of course, he was trying for that yesterday and blew it. Ross, 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, nothing else. Ross can get the win, though. That would improve him to 5-1 because he's getting these, what they call vulture wins. But in order to do that, Doolittle's got to get the save and do his part. So right now it's Segura, Harper, and Hoskins against Doolittle here in the bottom of the 9th. Nationals lead it 8-7. 4-5. That's a ball 1. 2-1. 2-1 is a strikeout plus to a lefty, but a blank to a righty, so Segura gets the swing. 5-3. Ground ball to short. 1 away. And that brings up Bryce Harper. He's had a big day. single, double, and thrown a guy out on the base pass. So he's certainly capable, especially against lefties. He's got 20 on a home run power. Doolittle 2-4. Oh, he just missed the home run power. 2-4, 2-5 would have been a home run, but 2-4 is the ballpark, which might be just as bad. 6-3. It is a home run to the opposite field. It's gone because he's got a 20. Harper homers, and it's tied at 8 apiece, and Doolittle has blown the save again. He has done it again. It is now 8-8. And second blown save in as many days for Doolittle. And all Dave Martinez can do is shake his head. 1-3 is a strikeout chance. 18 too much for Hoskins. 2-3. Question mark 7 against a lefty. That's an 8. That'll be a double. A double for Rhys Hoskins. He's aboard with only one out, and Odubel Herrera, lefty on lefty, coming up against Doolittle. No strat roll. 3-2. 3-2 is a possible error on a throw. Herrera 2-4. Ground ball to short. There will be a throwing error because Keyboom's a 20. So it is a ground ball to short. There will be an error. However, Jake Knoll is a 2. If Jake Knoll can't stop this, this could end up being the ball game right here. He needs a 1-2 to block this. He can't. Now the base running rating of Hoskins has a chance to get the extra base. He's a 3. If this is a 1 or a 2, he will score. Nope, he's got to hold at third. I'm sorry, he's not going to hold at third. He was already at second. So he gets to third on the ground ball and then scores on the error. What am I talking about? That's an automatic score there. At least I think that's how it goes. You know what? No, he doesn't, because his BR rating has to beat that, I'm pretty sure. So let me go back and revisit this. I'm thinking it's an error on a throw, possibly. So in order for the runners to advance an extra base, it has to be a 2-part process. The first baseman can't block it, which he didn't, but then the base runner has to beat the dice roll from his base running rating, which he did not. So in the way I'm looking at it now, he does have to stop at third, same as Herrera has to stop at first. So now runners are at the corners with only one out. Doolittle is tired, and Hernandez is the batter. Let's see, Herrera's got an attempt of 3. Nothing happening. And Cesar Hernandez is the batter. He's a switch hitter, so it really doesn't matter who you bring in to face him, righty or lefty. He's going to be in bad shape either way to have to face. But infield is going to have to come in. They really have no choice. They can't depend on any kind of double play around the horn. So Doolittle, infield in, 2-2 range play. So now we lose 2 off the infield on a range play. And let's see. Yeah, 2-2. All right, so let's go to Hernandez, see who the range is for. 3-4. That's a liner to second. But Dozier's a 2. He drops to a 0 because they're in, so it gets through the drawn-in infield. It's a base hit, and the ball game is over. So the Phillies are going to win it one way or the other. 9-8, your final. 2 runs. And I think that other run is unearned, so not that it really matters. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and they left 1 on base. Actually, 2 on base. So Doolittle takes the loss. He takes the loss, going 1 inning. Actually, goes 2/3 of an inning. Or is it, no, actually 1/3 of an inning, my bad. It goes 1/3 of an inning. Gives up 3 hits, 2 runs. I think only 1 was earned. No walks or strikeouts. So the Phillies put a 2 spot up in the bottom of the 9th to win the game, walk it off. 9-8. 9-8 the final. Winning pitcher is actually going to be Morgan for that 1/3 of an inning. He gets the win. He scarfs up a win. Ross would have got the win, but Doolittle takes the loss now for blowing that save. Let's see totals for the Nationals. Nationals committed 2 errors. Phillies committed none. Nationals left on 7. And they cranked out a total, got a hit of every inning. They got at least 1 hit every inning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got them for 12 hits. And let's see, for the Phillies, they ended up, Phillies won despite leaving a whole bunch of guys on base. 5, 6, 9, 10. I got them for 16 left on base while pounding out 14, 15. I got them for 19 hits. 9, 19, and 16 unofficially for the Phillies, as the Nationals pitching staff took a beating in this one. They thought they had the back-to-back home runs to make their Cinco de Mayo a joyous one, but then the Phillies had other ideas, and so did Sean Doolittle as he blew it again. And now you got to question how effective Sean Doolittle will be the rest of the way, because his confidence certainly has to be shaken. Phillies win it by the score of 9-8. 9 runs, 19 hits, no errors, 16 left for the Phillies. 8 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left for the Nationals. Morgan the winner, Doolittle the loser. And we now leave Citizens Bank Park and move on to the Midwest, as the Nationals will now take on the Milwaukee Brewers in the first of a series, and that game will be played tomorrow, May the 6th. The good news for the Nationals is on May the 7th, Anthony Rendon returns from the injured list, and so they will at least get one bat back in the lineup, but they certainly do miss Soto, and not having Soto, Turner, or Zimmerman. So they're playing with kind of a B team right now, and they're paying for it. Nationals, with the loss, now drop to 21-12. Philly goes to 18-15. They're only 3 games back now, and the Mets could also creep in depending on what they do. That's do it for Citizens Bank Park, and a wild one. The Phillies walk it off 9-8. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.